Warning. Some viewers may find the following video offensive. Viewer discretion is advised.
Elite FPL, baby!
Discretion is advised. Warning. Some viewers may find the following video offensive. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good evening and welcome to the Game Week 18 Saturday night reaction. You're joined with myself, Jason, and Steve-O, who's here in 14 bits of picture, it seems. Steve-O was not in the mood to talk. He wants to get straight on air. So, to be honest, I don't think Steve-O even wants to be here right now. He's got his NWO vest on, and he's got, you know, Steve-O, are you there? Are you just really still, or have you froze?
I'm probably just really still because for whatever reason, everything is running really slow. I have no idea why. And I'm getting bored of it.
I don't know either, mate. I don't know either. I don't know why. Okay, I've just upped the bitrate on the thing, but you messaged me earlier on today saying the following. I was at the garden centre with the family because during that game, I was at Santa's grotto stroke Christmas thing where you go around finding the reindeer. Yeah, so that's what I was doing. And you messaged me saying, it's hat tricks like that I despair, referring to Solanke. Then, of course, you had your captain play and he returned. Sum it into some words, Steve. How have you made of this game? You, of course, to remind everybody, you took a -8. You captained a differential in the terms of the second most favourite pick. That was Salah. Your Salah captain came through. He got a goal. You brought in Trent Alexander-Arnold. He came through. He got an assist. Jesus, on the other hand, was a bit of a punt. We all said that. We all thought that. I respected the move because it was something which would, if it paid off, it was going to pay off big for you. How are you feeling?
Do I dare swear? Genuinely, do I get permission to swear?
Well, we're not monetized. This stream is not monetized, so you can go for it, mate. fucking let
I
rip.
felt like doing was a video after I heard Solanke scored the second goal was what a fucking cunt. And then the second he scored the hat-trick, I just was just like in the tug, just going cunt, 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 over and over, again and again and again. It's just bollocks, mate.
So is this purely centered around Solanke right now? Just the way your negativity?
It was topped off by the fact that Gabriel went and scored a fucking goal. And
of course,
like I said,
to add some context, why is that important?
Because he was the player I got rid of for Trent Alexander-Arnold. I had a choice. It was either Lascelles or Gabriel. And I went, well, Newcastle, in my opinion, are better defensively than Arsenal. And usually at home, they keep a clean sheet. So I just thought, fuck it. I'll just do a Gabriel out for Lascelles just to save some money. And of course, the tosser decides to come in and score. I'm down on the -8. I mean, I'm so glad.
To be fair, though,
hold on a minute. I'm so glad I brought in that defensive midfielder, Jesus. Fuck me. Just fuck off. Especially when you hear the lines. Oh, I think Jesus would be better positioned up front. I know he likes to track back, but he'd be better off for his team playing up front. Brilliant. Fucking arsehole.
Is there any light at the silver? Is there any silver line to this cloud that's hanging over your head right now?
There was that as well. Trent Alexander-Arnold whacking the crossbar as well after Salah played him through. Brilliant counter-attack, and then he hits the crossbar. It is like, just give me a fucking break. Genuinely, there's a scene in The Simpsons where whichever fucking character says, just give me a break. That's it. A simple fucking break in this game. And sometimes I'm just like, what is the fucking... Like, there was a scene from Extras that I tweeted out with Les Dennis. It's just like, what's the point? I just give up. I just fucking give up.
Yeah, but it's only 1 week. I mean, you'd be saying to me right now, if the roles were reversed, it's 1 week. And...
Yeah, but this has been a succession of week after week after week after week. This isn't just 1 week. This is just every single week.
I'm trying to think of positives here. When you say that, you have climbed your rank quite. You went from 1.7 million to 1.2 million as of game week 7.
Right.
So you were getting green arrows. It's just the Solanke. Let's be honest. No one expected the hat trick. No, not even me.
No, I know that. I'm fully aware of it, but he's a big differential in the mini leagues. Solanke.
What's his ownership? Solanke's ownership is...
Don't worry about the ownership. It's the mini leagues.
Right. Okay. Is owned in our Tourbe Elite. He's owned by 40% of managers, 21% overall, but 40% of managers in the Tourbe Elite. Probably more in the Rivals League and the YouTube chat league, things like that. Looking at your team, it's Leno 1 point, Porro 2. I saw you tweeted out, and I genuinely thought that Porro had got an assist for you. I didn't realise that after the
because
fact.
like when you've experienced with the radio commentary, all you hear is this. Literally, all I heard was this. Oh, a great darting run and cross from Porro. The keeper came out. It landed at Son's feet. He scores. That's all I can go off. It's literally all I can go off. And then some fucking cunts decide, actually, it was actually Brennan Johnson. You're just like, fucking hell. I didn't even hear Brennan Johnson's name once. Not fucking once, Jason. Did I hear Brennan Johnson's name? And then, he got the assist. So what the fuck are these commentators watching?
The radio is very... It can be very confusing sometimes listening to the radio to work out the play, what's actually happened, especially after a goal goes in. Names are thrown around quite often that are, just part of the build-up and not actually part of the actual goal. So if you are obviously playing FPL and you're listening in, you're like, well, who was it? But I mean, it really, and it's obvious now, it comes down to one player now for you, Sterling. Now, it's unlikely that he's going to come through and get you the points Solanke has brought in. But he is a differential. He's not owned by a lot of the mini league players. In fact, he's owned overall by 12% pretty much. 16% in the league own him. Palmer, much more owned. So for you tomorrow, it's resting on him getting you really a double digit haul to kind of salvage your game.
Really happening because they're not beating Wolves, they're losing that.
Where do you go from here? Your team.
I'm literally just leaving the team as is. I'm being absolutely genuinely serious. I'm just leaving it.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's just left there. Done.
See, I don't think Gabriel Jesus is a bad pick, but from the fact that you're saying that he's playing central, or the commentators are saying he's playing, it would be nice for him to play up front. He's playing a central, like almost like what Harry Kane was doing, essentially for Tottenham, essentially playing deep, picking up the ball and trying to be more of a connective tissue almost. Upcoming opponent. He's got West Ham, Fulham, Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest. Be pointless to get rid of now. But question, I know your head's probably not in the right space to make an answer or a decision now, but have you got the easy route back into Haaland if you wanted to go back into Haaland? Or assuming that is what you may even want to do, or you can hold off.
No, I'll be bringing them in game week 20 when they're playing Sheffield United.
And would that be for Jesus?
Oh yeah. I'm doing a -4. I'm doing Salah, someone else, and Jesus out for what do I call it? Haaland, Palmer and Bowen, I think it was, or something. I can't even remember, to be honest with you.
Bloody
I don't really
Bowen
care.
again.
Like I said, I don't want to be a Jace.
Okay.
I'd rather be watching the Bill.
Yeah. United today, you talk about Bowen, scores a goal against Onana, gifted a goal against Onana, but took it well, took the ball down well and got the lucky ricochet off Onana. West Ham were crap. They were crap. Really crap. For large parts of the game, didn't offer anything. Says a lot about United, really. Looking at your team, genuinely, from my point of view, there's nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with your team. You've got every right to be pissed off. Completely, because you feel like, it just doesn't seem to be going your way. But it's just come down to one player. That's what it's come down to. One player, Solanke, highly owned, has punished you. 17 points with bonuses. I mean, that's it. That's all it is. It's not like you've made a catastrophic bad decision in your team. You've got 3 or 4 players that are a problem. You've got no one really as a problem in your team. And you can't really get angry from your own decisions because it's just unlucky. A lot of the players in your team. I mean, again, Sterling is the outlier. I mean, lots of people gave up patience with him a long time ago. You've brought in Jesus, which is a kind of like someone that is almost like a Nunes-esque FPL asset that you just don't know what you're going to get. But playing for a good Arsenal team that you'd expect him to get something, right? Against these teams, you would. Hence why you got him in. Just going to read some of the comments out. And Scuffy misses a lot, comes out with a comment straight away. I don't know if you read it. He's probably after a reaction for you, but I'm not sure if you've seen that Lascelles has picked up some kind of an injury, Steve-O, just to compound that decision. But again, it's...
So what?
Yeah, it's not really going to... It's not going to affect you.
I couldn't give a shit.
Yeah. Jesus is not a born goal scorer. Arsenal will 100% buy a striker in the summer, says Madeline Tudor.
Well, I did a members video earlier on going through the games in which Jesus seems to do quite well in. I was expecting this game to be end-to-end. It turned out that if Liverpool just took their chances, they could have won 3 or 4-1. Let's not fuck about here. They could have done. Admittedly, Jesus could have got that one goal. He didn't. It was Gabriel. But I'm expecting, at least in the next couple of games, that Arsenal will be scoring some goals. There's no coincidence that the games that they seem to be scoring highly in are the shit teams, and they've got shit teams up next. So, like I say, it's a punt. I just can't. I genuinely just can't get my head around the fact that Gabriel scores, Trent Alexander-Arnold hits the fucking crossbar, and obviously Solanke getting a hat-trick today. It just compounds the misery. And yet, ironically, in Sky, everything goes right for me. Work that one out, Jace.
Are you playing Sky a bit more loosely? Are you a little bit more like in line with
Well,
your
I've said it
predictions?
50
Sky?
I'm bored of talking about it. Sky is easy because you don't have to worry about price changes or anything like this. In FPL, you do. And
do you spend less time? Does that mean that you spend less time thinking about Sky because you're not having to worry about these navigating?
Yeah.
Your team
That's
value?
exactly it. Yeah.
So you go in, you spend 5 minutes, sort your team out.
Take Trent Alexander-Arnold as an example. I'm not fucking letting him get to 8.4, if not.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it'd be 8.4 for the Burnley game. No fucking way. I've got to get him in. Whereas in Sky, it's just, well, I can hold him to Saliba. There's no point in me bringing in Trent for that game. Just bring in Saliba. Bring in Trent for the easy game. That's it done. I'm not worried about price changing or anything like this.
What's
Whereas in
this?
FPL,
Sorry. Where is in FPL? What? Sorry.
Whereas in FPL, it's Trent Alexander's 8.2, but I want him for Burnley. Well, by that point, it's probably going to be 8.4, maybe 8.5. I can't fucking drop 0.3, have to miss out on 0.3. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
and with other players dropping
again, there's something psychological about these price prediction websites. I mean, I'm guilty of it. I go onto them and I see the players that are due to rise, and I'm almost like trying to convince myself why wouldn't I want to get them into my team? Some of them are.
I don't buy the players because they're going up in price. I'm buying them because I want them in. I wanted Trent Alexander on my team. I didn't bring him in because it was, he's going up in price, so I'm bringing him in. I wanted to bring him in anyway, but I don't want to be paying.
So you don't ever get influenced. You don't get influenced by any of the other ones that are going up.
No. Like I don't know. Just pick a name out of the hat here. Kulusevski. I'm not going to go. I'm going to buy him because he's going up by. No, I don't give a shit about that. But the player that I want, I kind of want to wait for more information first. I can't really because if he goes up by 0.3 by this point, I can't afford him. So you got to do the decision 5 days early. You're forced into a move, aren't you?
News of Tsimikas. People are saying that Tsimikas is not going to be available or out. So what's the situation there? Having not watched the game,
he looked like he hurt his shoulder. I don't know if he dislocated it, popped it out. Same thing.
Okay.
Or anything, but basically he was pushed into Klopp, he hurt himself, and that's it done.
So he's got to be a situation where you got to find a replacement now for him if you haven't already got one.
Well, in theory, yes.
Right. Okay. I don't know. The Trent miss was gutting, says Nuclear Atoms, and also Everton deserved a point against Spurs today. This whole game week has been woeful. Has it been woeful? I mean,
if you're a Solanke owner, you are. Well, let's ask you, Jace. You must be fucking jumping for joy considering you bought him in.
I bought him in. Didn't expect a hat trick. Red card, I believe, helped the situation. Don't know much about the game, having not watched it. But yes, I'm not going to lie. I've been fortuitous. I mean, I could have got him a week earlier and got nothing, so it's very lucky in the timing. I did have, however, the man, the myth, the legend, Charlie Taylor, who I was slating. If that news of Saliba was true and Charlie Taylor did come on, he would have brought me in a clean sheet because your team, Burnley, managed to what, Steve-O? Talk to us about that.
What can I talk about? I didn't watch it. They just put in a defensive performance. They just soaked up Fulham's
Well, they
pressure.
did just put up
They
scored goals. They scored 2 goals.
from 2 shots on goal. That's it. And the reality is that
Better than
Fulham are
United.
just shit.
Better than United's shot on target. Okay, so you're not happy at least that you got a result away from home. I mean, that's I thought it was a really Fulham have been playing very, very well. And
I think it's more the fact that they've taken advantage of poor teams rather than they've played well. They've just played at their level, but the opponents that they've played have just been shit.
What, Burnley?
Yeah, but when you've lost a striker and Raul, and you're playing up against a team which are basically playing a 5-5 formation, what can you do? That's what Sheffield United did last night, a 5-5 formation.
Well, Burnley are off the bottom of the table, and they're only 3 points from safety now. So, I mean, yes, the goal difference is worse than Nottingham Forest, but still, that gives some shoots of light start to shine through for Burnley there. And the simple fact is that bloody hell, you've got Liverpool next, haven't you? Maybe not. I'm saying if you can get a good few results, I mean, just to get you out of that trouble situation. I mean, Nottingham Forest are in an absolute shocking run at the moment, really shocking.
Mate, if they didn't have Willy Bolly sent off today, they're winning that game 1-0. Nuno, whatever his blasted name is, I'm telling you, he's going to do very well for Nottingham Forest. They come in, they've got the players to perform.
They've got Newcastle next, so that's a tough game. So you've got Liverpool, they've got Newcastle.
I'm telling you now, Nottingham Forest, I actually genuinely see them 0-0 or 1-1 at that game. Newcastle are fucked. They're completely fucked. They're done in. They can't run. They just can't do anything. They're losing players left, right, and centre here because of the training methods and also the way Newcastle play and the amount of games that they play. They've just basically completely blown themselves out. They're not in the Forest. I'm telling you, I reckon they get a result there.
Is there anything I can do or say to cheer you up today?
What, you personally?
Well,
yeah, we will be discussing it after the stream, basically, but nothing to do with fantasy football will be cheering me up, or football in general.
Okay. Well, in that case, should we just get out of here then?
May as well.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in.